We are working this time on a 96 Toyota Tacoma, one of the infamous frame rust outs. And as you can see, it's rusted out and we had to rebuild the whole frame. And this was my only way of that I knew how to fix the darn thing. So here we go. At this point, we've started wrapping the frame on this thing, and I'm using 1/4x6 on the side and 1/4x2.5 top and bottom, making a C channel. This is Juan's creation. This is our fix for the rusted out frame. Scott's getting him a cold Pepsi over there.
Mama's milk.
There's what we're fighting. Well, I'll fix it. Our fix for this spring hanger, we're just going to hook on to what we're putting in because it's about shot up underneath. So we're going to put a slab on the side hook to this and put new longer bolts in it and keep going. Fixing to start on this back section. Gonna have to back in right here. We don't understand. The frame in the front's in good shape. Of course, it might go all to hell as soon as we put all this together. That's 2.5 by 1/4 on the top. And then putting another piece just like that on the bottom. And then we'll finish this frame rail right out the back. Both sides we should have some. Well, we've just about got him ready to put the cab back on it. We got the frame wrapped in 1/4 inch metal, top, side, and bottom. The only thing we like right now, we're waiting on our spring shackles to know exactly where to put our new spring hangers and stuff on the leaf springs. We got the frame boxed on the tail end of it, which is where we're going to build him a bed, a flat bed for it. We just got some jacks under the center of it. When we started, we had to have them to hold it together. And the frame, like I say, the frame is good from there forward, or at least what we've seen. And then we came on here and put a 1/4 inch by 2.5 all the way front to back. So we got a big C channel, 1/4 inch. It's overkill, but guess what? You can see where we come in there in the bottom and wrapped it, welded it. We do have our spring shackle hangers here and the shackles in the back. We're going to remake those hangers. Leave them put, just going to put another bolt through there. There's another 1/4 inch plate inside and out. You can see where it was fixed once before. We're just going to mount a plane up through there. Added one cross member right there just because the back one wasn't much. This one's not much here, but the gas tank hooks to these two. We're going to beef them up a little bit. They're not in very good shape, but if we put some beef on them, I think they'll be fine. So we're about ready to give it a good cleaning and a paint job and put the cab back on it. And when you get the cab back on it, then we'll make our bed and go from there. He should be ready to go. I'm right tickled with the way it came out. It's going to be a beef. It won't go anywhere. Even the cab mount was rusted completely out. So all we did was sliced it right up next to the frame. We left it hooked on the top. We didn't take that loose, but we sliced it and then run that plate in behind it. So we didn't move anything. That was our goal. And it's kind of the same thing on these things. We got something to go to now. We can just put us a plate on it, put our bolts back in it. Good to go. Well, it's sitting on its springs right now. We got it all. New shackles inside and out. And hangers. We're just about ready to put a little paint on it. Had to make a shock adapter over there, bracket. Another little bracket over here on this side for the gas tank and odds and ends. But it's together. I hope it doesn't run down the road crooked. I don't think it will. We just left the old hangers. It was rusted, but they weren't. That way we didn't move anything. That was my idea. And then we just had to plaster on the outside. We put washers for spacers. We haven't even tightened those bolts yet, so it'll be fine. We painted the frame from the cab, back of the cab forward. We're gonna put the cab on it, and then we'll build the bed after we get the cab on it. But it's ready. It's ready to go. Got the shocks. I had to make the shock brackets. Put an extra cross member there. New spring shackles there. New homemade spring hangers there. And right there's the back of the cab. Got new struts. Struts and shocks ready to go. Well, we got the bed set, the cab set on it, getting ready to start on the bed. At this point, I'm just clamping metal around and trying to figure out how I'm going to make the bed. Well, here's our stage we're at right now. We've got the outside of the bed put together. Started on our headache rack. That's where we're at today. Well, here's our headache rack, our back rack. During this whole process, I had in my mind I wanted to make the bed a little wider than the cab, as you can see, and I wanted the headache rack or the cab protector to be two-piece like this. So this is what we're trying to do. And it took some doing to figure this out. A lot of angles and stuff carrying on there, but as you can see, we got it worked out. It just wasn't easy. I want you to notice in these few pictures how big and bulky this little flatbed looks on this little truck, but we changed that. And at this point, we've got all the bed metal cut. It is not welded. We just cut it so we could decide how we're going to do our sideboards and the back frame and all that good stuff before we painted it. And here's the first look at our sideboards that we came up with, but right pleased with them. And then we had to even put a new gas tank on the darn thing. So here at this point, see, we've taken the bed metal off and we painted underneath it before we put the bed on. And what we did with this top bed metal is I drilled holes to match all the structure underneath and welded it from the top so it wouldn't rattle, and we didn't have to weld underneath. You might not have a clutch, I don't know. Oh yeah. I think it looks good. And Lucy the dog even likes it. But right here is, I'm obsessed with Osage orange and fractal burning, so I had to make him this tailgate for this finished product. And here we are. There's pretty much painted up. He's driving it around. The story on those mud flaps is Hughes Equipment in Ohio. They actually built the bed for me on my aluminum bed on my personal truck. I recommend them highly. But we decided, I didn't like them on my truck, so we decided to put them on here. He just said, I'll just keep it because it's a huge expense. And thank you so much for watching.